When Brooks Howe goes to trial next week, the prosecution will be working to prove to a jury that he killed Crystal Rogers. But without a body, that can be an uphill battle in the legal system. Shay McAllister and photojournalist Jessica Farley talked with our WHAS 11 legal analyst Nick Mudd about the circumstantial evidence and what the prosecutor will have to do to get a conviction.
Next month marks 10 years since Crystal Rogers was last seen alive. And just days before that somber anniversary, the man accused of killing her will go in front of a jury. WHAS 11 legal analyst Nick Mudd says Brooks Houck's attorneys Brian Butler and Steve Schroering will be ready.
Brian is excellent. I mean, I've mentioned this to you before. He's the smartest guy in the room. I mean, he writes very well. He argues very well. He's very intelligent. He can come up with creative arguments. He's very good on the fly. The same thing about Steve Schroering. Steve is very likable. The jurors love him. He's just a personable, easy to talk to, trustworthy when he speaks. You believe him when he's talking.
They will be up against prosecutor Shane Young, who just won a guilty verdict on all charges in the case against Steve Lawson. But in that trial, he wasn't trying to prove a murder.
How tough of a job is this going to be for Shane Young, the prosecutor, to get a conviction here?
I think that, Shane is a very, very aggressive and intelligent prosecutor. He works very hard. He's diligent. He will have every T crossed and every I dotted. As far as we know, again, we don't have a body, so we don't have a murder weapon, that type of thing. It will most likely be what's called a circumstantial case. The circumstantial cases for the prosecution are the hardest cases to build, because you don't have a smoking gun.
Mudd says the prosecutor will have to rely on circumstantial evidence using cell phone records, surveillance video, witness testimony, or other tools to try to prove their case.
That's the way you start building a circumstantial case, to say, look, I know we don't know how, and we don't know exactly when, and we don't know exactly what happened, but you build the circumstances around it so that you narrow it down so at the end of the day that the juries only have a choice of one potential person could have done this.
And Mudd believes there will be details revealed that we've never heard before.
There's certainly going to be a lot of evidence, I think, coming forward that we haven't heard. I mean, as I've said before, the Stephen Lawson was just a slice of the pie. I think we're going to be surprised when we get the whole pie that there's going to be a lot more there.
But a common question, what might we learn about Brooks' family's involvement? Rosemary Houck and Nick Houck were mentioned often during the first trial. Legal analyst Nick Mudd believes the prosecutor will try to limit that this go around.
The prosecutor doesn't want the jury going back there wondering, did Nick Houck have any involvement in this? Did Rosemary Houck have any involvement in this? Because he wants them to make a decision on the evidence for just Brooks Houck and just Joseph Lawson.
Ultimately, their fate will be in the hands of 12 jurors from Warren County, called to the courtroom for this trial specifically and asked to make a judgment in the case of Crystal Rogers.
And the trial starts Tuesday, June 24th in Warren County. Remember, cameras are not allowed in the courtroom, but we will have a team of journalists taking notes and keeping you updated on our courtroom blog from WHS11.com.